Hello, my name is Prime, and welcome back to another episode of ATS Showcases, and today we're going to haul some large Volvo tires here from here in Hayes, and we're going to head down to Hutchinson, Kansas today. A nice delivery overall, a little bit of side road by the looks of it, and maybe some highway as well. I think it's going to be a great combination delivery overall. We're driving the Volvo VNL 860 today, the Globetrotter edition. Great truck, great to be back here, and it's got this nice forest green color on it today, bit of a metallic color on it. Haven't done this color before, and I think it looks pretty sharp with the truck overall. Hauling those tires with a Lode King flatbed trailer. And so without further ado, let's go ahead and get this Volvo started up and get on the road. All stock American Truck Simulator sounds today, no mods in this video. So hopefully everyone's doing well, I certainly am, and it's great to be back here in American Truck Simulator. It's been some time, I will not lie about that one. There's been a lot of changes here, and a lot of things happening for me, and gotta make sure we get around that bit of a cone over here. That was mighty close. All right, great to start to be back here in American Truck Simulator. It's just a classic Prime Simulation moment. Why not? But yes, it's been pretty busy for me outside of YouTube, and so I apologize for those who really like long-form content, as do I, but it's kind of had to be on a bit of a pause. But we're back now, that's all that matters, and I will also apologize. The Hauling Hearts Valentine's Day video will no longer be coming, and it was supposed to be coming, and there were multiple attempts at recording that video, and I'll explain that very quickly before we start talking about some of the news, because there has been plenty of news here in American Truck Simulator over the last couple weeks since I've done a video, or longer form video that is, so there's plenty to talk about there. But the Hauling Hearts, very simply, recorded it once, was supposed to go up for Valentine's Day issue. Don't know what happened there. YouTube just lost it, and for whatever reason with that same save, whenever I try and re-upload it, it just wouldn't happen. So I went to try and upload the video because obviously I went to re-record because something obviously went quite wrong after re-rendering, and it's still not working. Something just, I don't know, just bad luck, I guess. Re-recorded it, had an audio issue that has now been fixed, but the audio issue was present, and it was just because things were being moved around and not connected properly. So then that went on to, okay, let's try it an extra time. But at that point, I was going to do it the following day, forgetting that the Hauling Heart event ended that day. So I went to record it the very next day and noticed that, well, there was a conclusion, Hauling Heart's conclusion post, as the event had ended, and there was basically the summary. So wonderful, wonderful timing on my part, so I do apologize for that. Maybe what I'll do is I'll do kind of a simulated version of it that is completely on me for, well, partly on me, I guess I should say, for the not remembering what dates the event closed, but also I can't control when things go wrong. Sometimes things just go wrong, and it's the way it is. Maybe there's a reason why that video... Oh, I've actually got to get over left here because we're going straight through. I apologize there, AI. Just not paying attention. But without further ado, let's go ahead and get talking about... We're just going to roll through the intersection here. Why not? Let's talk about some of the news here with ATS, because there's been a lot, and besides me being quite busy with other things and having issues with some videos that I was going to do, but mainly busyness right now, and that's all fine. Biggest things with ATS, well, one, we had an Arkansas Welcome Centers blog post, a very interesting blog post, and one that a lot of people enjoy, and I know some people just want, okay, what are the industries, what are the road networks, what are the cities? That's perfectly fine. However, the Welcome Centers are very important, and it's also interesting because as far as I remember, and this is going back quite a bit, so bear with me here, as far as I remember, there was an entrance from, I think it's coming in from Louisiana or somewhere near the Louisiana border for Arkansas. Now that is very interesting considering that they highlighted, I believe, 2 welcome centers there. And if, for any clarification, feel free to check out the original blog post, which you can find on the SEO Software blog, or you can watch the Prime News video if you haven't done so already. However, I believe they had 2 welcome centers that they highlighted, and yeah, one of them was on the, I believe it was the Louisiana. I think it was, border, which is interesting considering it's not a confirmed state yet. However, we know inevitably they'll get there. So that is pretty interesting if you ask me, that they actually highlighted that one of the welcome centers were either right on or right near the Louisiana border. So that was interesting indeed. Then it went into a Nebraska blog post not too long actually after the Arkansas one, and that talked about the rail yards and part of the rail network within Nebraska, as it is a very popular mode of transport for cargo and so on within the state, as many of these Midwest states are. Nebraska is definitely one that we kind of have to look out here with the rail network. There's some pretty massive rail yards, including one of the largest in the world, if I am correct in that statement. That was highlighted in the blog post as well, was I believe it was the Golden Spike Tower, watchtower for tourists and so on, for general bystanders, stuff like that, for just seeing the operations of the massive rail yard. So as far as I remember, that is what the name of that was. That's very cool that that's been added, and according to the amazing people who commented on the video, for some who are locals, mentioned that how realistic the in particular Golden Spike was in the general area. So that is very neat to see. Something that I'm always happy to see is when the amazing community around here gives their feedback. Oh, that truck is moving mighty quick. Sorry, AI. Yellow truck came out of nowhere. Well, I probably should have noticed that because, you know, bright yellow truck, but whatever. We'll just keep going here. But yes, it is fantastic to see the engagement around, and I love hearing your opinions on things as well. So when it comes to knowing if something is realistic or not, it is fantastic to see, and please continue to do so, and also correct me as well. There's been plenty of times in the past, and will continue to as well, where I have butchered the names of things in Prime News and these videos as well, so please feel free to correct me whenever you feel need to, and I'll definitely try and learn from it as well, especially if you're reputable in it. I know a few of you are very good at pointing out the details and things like that, so I do appreciate it as well. And but besides that, finally we got into maybe the biggest blog post out of all the three, and personally, I would say it's the biggest, or at least most significant, in my opinion. That being on the California rework Phase 3, but talking about Yosemite National Park. Beautiful screenshots, as we should know from SES software in terms of the visuals of any form of rework or new state. The visuals are absolutely insane and wonderful. However, Yosemite was looking another level here, as much of California is, especially the coastline areas as well. So Phase 3, for those who may not know, generally speaking, covers a central band, like the Bay Area of California. If you basically take from north to south, the state, kind of the central band, going from, well, the Bay Area and San Francisco across in a eastern direction, kind of across there. So it's going to cover a pretty good band, and a very important band of California. So it's going to be very neat to see what happens there. And as of recording this video, SU Software has still not done a blog post in particular on the Golden State area. So talking about San Francisco in particular, they haven't really focused on that, unless if I'm missing on they're missing something. They've done the Golden State. Well, that was weird popping there. Don't know if you guys noticed that. The loading seemed a little odd. Is this a... Hold on. Is that a harvester in the road? That's a harvester in the road. Huh. I have never experienced this yet in ATS. I've been playing this for quite some time. Even here in Kansas, I have yet to have a harvester go down the road. Huh. Very odd. Okay, well, let's try and get by the harvester here. The John Deere. Well, the knockoff John Deere. Well, how neat. That is neat indeed. I like to see that. I should note that if there is anything weird about the any popping, as far as I know, it should be just on my end. No form of mods. I don't know why, but potentially. I've been doing a lot of changes, which I'm sure I'll talk about very, very soon. A lot of things have been happening, so if for whatever reason things are kind of acting up a little bit right now, it's probably just me trying to figure something out. It's not quite working, but overall everything's running fine, which I'm happy to see. Nothing has changed, but, or at least it shouldn't, but you never know, things do happen. Yeah, the only mods I do have, and I mean, I'm not using any in today's video, but the only mods that are within the profile are engine mods, but they are not engine mods that do an overview or overall sound change, shall I say. They're more specific. So some of the ones I've done in past episodes are still in the profile, but obviously are not being used. So a little bit of disclaimer there. So mods should not be a conflict here today. Man, it's getting really overcast, or maybe it's just getting later into the day. No, it was late afternoon when I left Hayes, so maybe it's just getting a little bit later here, but it's definitely getting pretty gloomy, so I'll have to keep an eye out on the weather, see if we start getting some drops on the windscreen here. However, Yosemite National Park in California's Central Band, that's all being redone, and it is fantastic, and that's coming in Phase 3. Now, when is Phase 3 specifically coming to ATS? Well, as of recording this video, I don't really know, unless if I've missed something, which is very much possible. I don't know any form of dates. Is it coming with 1.50, which is insane that I'm saying 1.50? I don't know. I'd like to say yes. It'd be fantastic, and generally, well, considering nothing came with 1.49 for California, I'd really hope so. This is the inner ATS fanboy coming out here. However, it has to be confirmed, and yeah, it's just going to be a matter of time to see when that happens. I'm sure gonna hope that it comes sooner than later, but once again, we can only wait and see, basically, and we'll hope for the best. There is some weird, like, distance loading I've noticed today. I don't know if that's just by chance or what. It shouldn't be anything setting-wise changed. It's not like, really, yeah, it's just not loading in as quick. I don't know if my computer's just having a rough day or trying to do a Windows update, which happens. For those who are Windows users, you will know that things just happen. And but it's a pretty powerful PC. There's definitely great graphics card in it. We're gonna get over here. Just cement mixer doing his own thing, I guess. We gotta exit here, so I'm gonna risk it. Pedal to the metal, Prime. Come on, you can do it. Come on, you can do it. Come on, Volvo. You can do it, bud. Let's try and get through here. Oh, this is gonna be tight. Check the mirror. We're going over. Oh, we've done it. We've done it. A little bit of Florida Driver Simulator there, but hey-oh, we got it. We got to the exit. I did not miss my exit, which honestly I'll take as a win here. I'll take the win when I can get it. For those who've been around a while, you know I struggle sometimes with navigation. So the fact I haven't done so yet, let's try that again. Haven't done that so far. Here we go. Oh, stop. Almost spoke too soon. Almost caused myself an accident. It would have been just a typical thing for me to do, eh? Just talk about how I'm not going to mess up navigation and then proceed to absolutely demolish the life out of AI. Okay, I'm going. They better stop. They better stop. Thank you. I'm going. I want to get this going here. We got to deliver the tires before the daylight completely disappears. However, I'm just saying that as the light has definitely improved. So we can just run the normal daylights again, or side lights. Oh, discovered Hutchinson. Perfect. It's the one city I have not discovered here in Kansas, so it's great to finally have that done. But yeah, it's kind of weird that I haven't discovered it yet. I thought I took a delivery from it before, but maybe that was in a point where it didn't then discover it. It did a weird non-discovery thing, which is highly possible. That happens occasionally in ATS, and I'm sure a lot of you will know about that. I was trying to do a delivery, and it just, well, someone, I guess, was starting out, didn't like it. It's okay, Volvo, we're not going to hit anyone. Sometimes you'll try and do a delivery to or from, and it won't discover the city. That happens to me sometimes. I don't know if that's just because I often teleport, full transparency, around the map for these showcases. Depends. I guess it just depends indeed. Let's go ahead and pull into our delivery point here. We're gonna drop off these massive tires, and yeah, there's gonna be a lot of cool things coming here around the channel. I know I've said it, and considering I'm a little bit of, I guess, hypocritical saying a lot of things would be coming very soon, then I proceed to have multiple weeks of pretty much a hiatus from any form of longer form content. A few other cool opportunities coming very, very soon, and a few really interesting changes that I'm very excited to finally be in the last stages of, and in the midst of everything going on in my personal life, and of course here in American Truck Simulator. And I should have come around the other way. Lovely. Okay, well, we'll just do a bit of a pivot here, which this should be fine. In the midst of everything, I am actually quite happy with how things are going. And drop off the edge there a little bit. Yeah. Oh, that not really legit. Wouldn't really want to do that to your trailer, but hey ho. Again, prime simulation way of doing things. Not always the most professional. Let's try and reverse this thing up to the spot here. But no, in the midst of everything going on, I think I can be quite happy with how things are, and I appreciate all the support around here, even though I haven't been very consistent with my uploads. That's quite an understatement, actually. But I do appreciate all the support, continued support, even though yes, things may not be the most consistent with the longer form, but I am happy to say that that will once again be changing again. And hopefully things will get off a lot more smoothly here as we get in, well, end of February as of recording this video, into March very soon. But that wasn't actually too bad a reverse. Besides, I may or may not have scratched up the side of my truck and trailer by trying to do that reverse. That wasn't too bad overall. Thank you guys so much for watching. What an incredible episode. It's fantastic to be back here in American Truck Simulator. So if you have any other suggestions for videos, go ahead and comment down below. I'm happy to hear your suggestions. Maybe it's ATS, maybe it's ETS2, maybe it's a different game. Let me know. I'm always open to your suggestions. Thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.